Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are going to be taking a look at Scourge of War, Waterloo. I have the Collector's Edition, which includes all of the DLC for Scourge of War, including War, Quatre Bras, Ligny, and then obviously the Battle of Waterloo itself. This is a real-time tactical simulation war game. It is the sequel to Scourge of War Gettysburg, which looked at the American Civil War. Obviously, this looks at the Napoleonic campaign in the Low Countries during the Waterloo campaign. This is going to be a big battle tonight. We're going to be playing the full Waterloo battle. So obviously, this is a game that has multiple gameplay options. There's a sandbox campaign where you can march around a map of the sort of Waterloo, Belgium area. There's sandbox battles that just sort of randomly generate or allow you to pick units that you can just fight in sort of a random battle. You can download user scenarios that individuals make. But we're going to be looking at the stock Waterloo battle. So today we're going to be fighting as the French. You can see here you can fight as the French, as the Allies. The DLC packs of Quatre Bras, Ligny, Warv add additional battles and order of battles. But we're going to be fighting the 11:30 a.m. Army battle. So you can see here this is an army-size engagement. It's 9 hours in real time if you want. You can compress time a little bit as well. Our command in this game, typically you command like a brigade. So you'll command, a brigade on the attack on the Hougoumont, or a division on the attack on the Hougoumont, or a division-sized battle at La Place Noire, or however you pronounce that. But today we're going to be fighting the entire army battle. We are Napoleon, basically. And you get the situation here. You've spent the morning surveying the ridge to the north while waiting for the ground to dry from the previous day's rains. The only enemy forces visible to you are some scattered infantry units and artillery along the ridge. Wellington is foolish to pick a position with his back to the woods. The opportunity to destroy him and continue north to Brussels is before us. So our mission is to destroy the Allied army. You can see here the battlefield of Waterloo here. We command the entire French force. We need to get 30,000 victory points to win the battle decisively, or 1,000 points or less would be a major defeat. This game does call out that expect lower frame rates toward the end of the scenario. There's going to be over 100, actually probably like 200,000 men all told engaged. It says 8 corps of approximately 100,000 men. I think that's only if Grouchy shows up. There is a chance that Grouchy and his 30,000 or so men can show up in this battle. It's not guaranteed, I don't believe. I believe it's sort of a random percentage chance. There's a variant where he shows up. I'm not going to play the whole battle in Headquarters in the Saddle mode. Pixel, that's a mode of the game where it basically locks your camera view down to the actual, like, what Napoleon could see from the saddle. We're not going to do that tonight. But we're going to jump right in and get going here. I'm also not going to probably play all 9 hours tonight, but we may do this in multiple streams. We'll see. I've never tried to play a battle of this size in the Napoleonic game. I've played the Antietam full battle, which is obviously much smaller in terms of men, but I've never played the entire Battle of Waterloo. I'm not particularly good at the Napoleonic ones because of managing square and infantry formations, so bear with me if I don't do everything well or even good. We may get absolutely crushed, but we'll see how this all plays out. So here we are. We're looking at Napoleon on the field of battle here. Your dispatch to Grouchy ordering him to hurry and join the main army has been sent. The infantry is in good spirits and is ready to attack on your orders. Let's go ahead and pause here for a second. So you can see I am Napoleon. This is my character here. We'll zoom out here. And actually, first thing, let's take a look at the map. So this is the map with all of our forces deployed against it. We can see here where the Allied army is deployed with La Haye Saint in the front, the Papillotte and Smoen here on the right flank. We've got the Hougoumont over here on the left flank, and the entire army of Napoleon here, minus Grouchy, obviously, on the field of battle. The artillery is out front on this map, and then we've got the infantry in behind. Now, Napoleon is currently located here near the center of the battlefield. We can move him around. We don't have to keep him stuck to his headquarters as he kind of was in the historical battle. I'm not sure where Ney is, actually. Is he with us right now or not? It looks like we've got other figures over here. Aileron is right over here next to us. Jean-Baptiste Petler over here. So you can see this is a large battle. A large number of troops are on the field right now. So if we go ahead and the camera doesn't pan super fast, but you can see this is just absolutely vast. As we zoom out here, you can see all of these troops deployed. This is only a fraction of the army. Look at all this artillery. Good God. All of this artillery getting ready to unlimber here. A grand battery to our front. We can see some allied forces out here. Just an absolute massive battle on this that we're going to be playing here today. It's going to be a little bit hard to manage, but I'm going to try and rely on my AI commanders to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Looks like I unpaused it, apparently. You can see our artillery here unlimbering this massive battery all in the front, preparing to actually beginning the bombardment of the Allied troops here on the ridge, what they can see anyway. That's going to be a constant refrain. You're going to hear a lot of artillery lighting off here as you see all of these batteries opening up. I am nay, Marshal of France. Looks like there's some Allied troops in some fortifications here on our right flank. Nassau regiments here. That's an objective we should probably take. I'm going to let the artillery hit them for a little while. We've got some cavalry here in the rear here. We'll go ahead and click over here to take a look at the Hougoumont. We've got, again, cavalry here on this flank. The Hougoumont is in here. There's a wood up here. Artillery on this flank is also beginning its bombardment of the Allied forces. We've got supply wagons moving around here. And so I think the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to let the artillery soften them up a little bit in the center of the line. I'm going to kind of follow a historical approach for Napoleon, which may be a bad approach. Let's go ahead and hit T to get rid of some of these trees. We can see there's a brigade of troops deployed in front of the Hougoumont, then there's a couple of battalions here in front of the Hougoumont as well. We've got our artillery bombarding already. I'm going to go ahead and issue an order to troops here on the right flank. I think this is Foy's division under, Maximilian Sebastian Foy. Where's Jerome? Jerome's over here. So I think what we'll do is we're going to order Foy's division forward. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just click on Foy. I'm going to go ahead and click on the courier button down here on the right. We're going to pull up a courier thing here. And I'm just going to do a really simple order. I'm going to order an all-out attack to the troops at his front. We'll go ahead and send that message to him. We'll also send the message to Jean-Joseph Goutier, which is also in the 9th Division, another brigade commander. Another all-out attack order. And then we'll send that also to the division commander as well, just to be sure that he gets the message. I don't think these guys over here are in that same division, right? Yeah. 2nd Corps. At least I don't think they are. Yeah, they're in the 5th Division. So I'll also send that order to the division commander as well. Sometimes when I send orders to division commanders, it doesn't seem like they order their brigades forward, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Now, it's going to take a moment for the orders to arrive. They're going to go via courier. And once they get moving, I will send Jerome forward as well. So I'm going to launch a 2-division attack to try and overwhelm the Hougoumont at first, and then we'll kind of go from there. I think, actually, these guys are under take command right now, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the take command orders off. I think the couriers are on their way. Yep, here they are. Super Chacho, I have not seen the Grant miniseries yet. Yes, these are 2D sprites, not 3D models. That is true. And the game is currently on sale as part of the Steam Summer Sale. I think you can get the collection with all of the DLC packs for like $23 right now. The base game Waterloo is on sale like 60-some% off. It's available for just under $20. And then the 3 DLC packs are each available currently for $5 each. But if you bundle them on Steam together, I think you can get it all for under $20. That horse probably shouldn't be riding right in front of those guns as they fire. Couriers, by the way, can get killed, but these are the men carrying the message for the all-out attack. So we'll see these men spring into action here once the couriers arrive. You'll see currently their orders are set to reserve, but once that courier arrives, the order changes to all-out attack. So I'm assuming they'll start moving here soon. Or not. Yep, these guys are moving, although I don't know why they're moving backwards. Sometimes the units move in strange and mysterious ways when the AI is commanding. You can see here they're set to all-out attack. The courier is on the way to the division commander as well. He currently has no orders. You can see his division has inflicted 8 casualties on the enemy via this artillery battery over here on the left. Lawdog, I don't know. Honestly, I stream when it works for me. You can see they're sending some skirmishers out front. I stream when it works for me. I try to start earlier sometimes, but often I'm busy. So we'll see. I wanted to take off the anniversary, the 205th anniversary of Waterloo, to stream during the day, but I had some things come up and wasn't able to do it. All right, so now that they're going to start moving forward here, I'm also going to go ahead and order Soy's brigade, again, via courier. You don't have to issue these orders via courier, by the way. You can just, like, directly take them over and tell them to do whatever you want them to do. But I am electing to do these orders via courier. So we're going to order Jerome forward with an all-out attack as well. So this is not quite the historical situation, right? Napoleon, in his attack on the Hougoumont, didn't order Jerome to launch an all-out attack. He ordered him technically just to kind of launch a feint. Now, Jerome definitely engaged more aggressively than he was instructed to at the Hougoumont. That is 100% true. Why are these skirmishers going forward alone? He's not sending any infantry out, or is he just waiting for... Oh, here they go. Here are the infantry. The line's moving forward now. Goodlin, thanks for the follow. Zardoz02 also thanks for the follow. As you can see, these men are moving forward. The line advances! Skirmishers are moving forward to engage with these, what are they? Coldstream Guards. Interesting. The artillery continues to pound. These orders are on the way. I don't think I'll move any cavalry forward yet, mainly because these guys are in wooded terrain anyway, so it's not good cavalry country. And I don't see any enemy horsemen around either. So we'll let those guys kind of do their thing. Let's go ahead and click this button, and it brings me back to Napoleon. You can see the Napoleon has killed 100, not him personally, but Napoleon's army has killed 149 enemy soldiers. We've lost 6 casualties ourselves. That's from this large artillery bombardment that's been going since the start of the battle about 7 minutes ago. But I haven't issued any orders for anybody else to move, and all the other infantry troops are currently set to take command, so they're all currently under my control, not AI control. But we'll start things off slow, so I'm not going to launch an attack on the center quite yet. You can see these additional couriers are on their way. So they're riding in behind the skirmishers, actually, toward Jerome's line over here. Just 2 brigades, is that all it is? It's a long front for 2 brigades. Those are 2 large brigades. The infantry line is coming forward here. God, it's beautiful when you get huge numbers of troops involved. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, okay, so they aren't necessarily 3D graphics or sprites. The sprites are actually 2D paintings, basically. But it really allows you to have absolute massive formations in combat here. And this is just, again, 2 divisions. Or right here is just 1 division. Do a saddle playthrough with no time compression? I don't know, Sean Mack. I'm not that good at this game. That might be a challenge. Hanoverian light infantry. I was going to say, it says Coldstream, but with those flags, those definitely aren't... That's not the British flag there. You can see this represents an objective here, so we want to take it, and the way you take objectives is by getting a general there with additional troops so they can kind of get points for it, and that's kind of how you score. So I did take command of Foy, but... Or I removed the take command from Foy, but he doesn't seem to be moving. So we'll just move him manually. We can do that. So you can see this line is starting to slowly move forward. Mainly just the skirmishers so far engaging with the British. So things are moving slowly at the moment. We could speed things up here. So I've just compressed time a little bit. You can see the time's moving a little bit quicker down here on the lower portion of the screen. The troops are moving forward. Oh, I probably need to take these guys off take command if I want his men to move forward. Apparently Jerome didn't get the courier for the all-out attack, so we'll send another one to him. This guy didn't get it either? Or is it because I took the take command off? I'm not sure. Well, he's setting in reserve. I wonder if Jerome overrode my orders now that I took him off take command. In any event, more couriers are on the way. You can see they're moving forward some troops here to flank the skirmishers here. These guys are moving forward. It looks like in mass column formation. See multiple lines here with a short front. But we're driving the skirmishers back with our division here. See all these guys opening up. Again, they're in the woods, so things are a little bit more chaotic, perhaps. We've got a supply wagon moving forward. I don't know why. These guys should all be in supply. You can see them racing forward here. Again, we're moving at faster than normal speed. Hopefully we drive these guys out of the woods without too much in the way of casualties. Just a single battalion still facing us. Oh no, 2 battalions. These are of Nassau troops. We've got a couple of Coldstream Guard foot guards of the Coldstream Guard Regiment over here on the left of the Hougoumont, and then there's 1 unit of Nassauers in the Hougomont's sort of central citadel. There's 2 battalions here on the walls outside the town. Looks like we drove them back. These guys reformed up on the right. The AIs moved skirmishers over here to protect the flank of these troops as they move forward, as it moves another one in, kind of oblique to that enemy front. And we now have taken this objective. You can see it's changed over to a French icon there. Gautier has taken it. Where is the division commander again? Not him. There he is. So move Foy forward. I think I'm going to take command of Foy. Alright, so it looks like we took the objective and the objective went away. So the attack is continuing. This division is continuing to press forward. Why are you not attacking? What are you doing? I ordered you forward, you jerks. You even have one of your brigades has the order for all-out attack. Okay, well this brigade's moving forward. Why is this one in reserve? Why they're set to defend? Defend against what? God damn it, Jerome. I might have to take command of you so you stop overriding me. Move your brigade forward as well. So... Alright, so we've still got cavalry back there. Hey, Jerome. How about you move closer to the front? Jerome is listed as an average commander, you can see here, while Foy, Sebastian Foy, is listed as a very good commander. I don't know how much that really matters in terms of combat performance, or if it's just like a morale booster type deal. Alright, so we've engaged the foot guards over here to the left of the Hougoumont. We've engaged the Nassau troops, I think they are, on the walls of the Hougoumont. We've got the 100th, I guess, de ligne of the 2nd Battalion here moving forward. wow, right up to the wall. The wall doesn't give them that much security. The troops in the fort over here, on the other hand, they get a lot of security. So actually there's 2 battalions here of foot guards now. The British have sent reinforcements into the Hougoumont. So you can see here there's quite a few troops in here right now. They've got like 4 or 5 flags in here. All right, so the rest of that division here is now moving by the looks of it. Finally got my orders for the all-out attack. You can see additional reinforcements coming forward here. Some of our troops in the woods. You can see the fort is starting to, or the farmhouse is starting to smoke. You can see a small fire has started here. Is my cavalry on the flank taking artillery fire? That's, looks like they're shooting at something. They are taking some artillery fire, taking 30 casualties. Quite a bit of artillery fire. You can see a lot of those airburst shells coming in here, although that looks more like counter battery fire here. It is. So the battery's taken 30 casualties, this battery here on our flank. The cavalry itself is not taking artillery fire. I am actually going to move my cavalry forward a little bit. I'm going to do this manually, because cavalry is always tricky for me. So we're going to move forward the cavalry here. The main reason I'm moving the cavalry forward is I want these infantry to move left eventually and attack this infantry. And it's going to be a lot easier if these infantry in open ground are forced into square formation. So we'll move some of these light horse here on the left flank, this brigade of horse on the left forward. Meanwhile, you can see the 2 divisions now are hammering the Hougoumont in sync. So we've got a lot of musketry coming out of the fort here. You can see a huge wall of smoke coming out of these farmhouses here. A large number of British artillery pieces here to the rear of the fort providing supporting fire. If we go to me here, you can see Napoleon has now inflicted 1,000 casualties, or his army has inflicted 1,000 casualties, but we've lost about 500 men so far. Or wait. Which is which? Enemy casualties 1,100. Friendly casualties 488. So you can see that number is ticking up. Not a lot's going on over here on the right flank at the moment. Not quite sure what this artillery or this ammunition caisson is doing. I don't want you riding straight into the enemy position over here. Also, as you're on different parts of the field, your audio changes based off of, you know, what you could potentially hear here. So I've moved this cavalry forward here. They've started to take a few casualties. Not a lot, but a few. You can see here these skirmishers, by the looks of it, moved forward here and took heavy losses right in front of the Hougoumont. We are hitting that from 2 sides, really 3 sides. We're trying to flank these guys on the walls. It's taken some time, but I can't just charge through walls. These troops have to be sort of forced out via heavy casualties. So this battalion here is losing a lot of men, 133 casualties, only inflicted 32. But the hope is by hitting simultaneously with 2 full divisions, you know, like 6,000 or 7,000 muskets, all levied against 4 or 5 British units, maybe we can force them out via sheer volume of fire. Cromwell's account of Waterloo is okay. I don't think Cromwell is the most scholarly of authors out there. He's more of like, I don't even know if pop historian is the right terminology for him. I mean, he's a novelist mostly, right? He does the Sharps novels. I'm not sure what the definitive account of Waterloo really is, though. All right, so the cavalry's taken some casualties, but very minimal. Just a few casualties here. Looks like we routed some of the British troops. You can see I'm still time compressed, by the way. So we're now 36 minutes into the fight. We'll slow things down a little bit, back to real time. But it does look like we routed 1 British battalion at least. You can see they're running out this way, completely disorganized. So the pressure on the fort is mounting. All right, I'm going to order these guys to charge. They're already kind of over the wall here, on at least some of the units over the wall. They're pretty exhausted, actually. Their morale is not great. Their morale or their fatigue? It might actually, their fatigue is not great. Yes, on these exterior walls, units just kind of move through them. They do provide bonuses and things like that. It's kind of treated like terrain. Okay. All right, so they did engage, and they did rout the enemy. They drove them back. Oh, they forced them to surrender. All right. So they forced that enemy battalion to surrender on the right. So now we can kind of keep pressing in, hopefully. They're tired, but that's a good result. Meanwhile, these troops over here are really taking a beating. 255 casualties, only 58 inflicted on that wall. The volume of fire off the Hougoumont seems to have dropped pretty dramatically, though. The smoke, at least, has. Nowhere near what it was before. Oh, I'm not slamming the Sharp novels themselves for not being fun. I have not personally read them, but I mean I've read all the Aubrey Maturin books by Patrick O'Brien, and those are novels, obviously, but they're really good. And I've read all the Hornblower novels. I don't have anything against novels. I just, you know, you're talking about a novelist writing a work of histories. I don't know if he's the best source for history on Napoleon or on Waterloo itself. That's not a reflection of the Sharp novels. Again, I have not read them. Okay, so we've pushed the one battalion back. We're now engaging. I think this guy's engaging. Actually, he's engaging both the men in the houses and the troops on the wall. I'd like to move more of these guys forward to get a little bit more volume here. So you can see here right now I am taking some tactical control of some of these units. They're not marked as take command, though, so the unit may decide, hey, what you're ordering me to do does not make a lot of sense, and I'm going to stop marching. They definitely have that ability. We're engaging with skirmishers still in the front here? Why are you doing that? All right, these battalions all just opened up, although I think I'm going to block their fire. They can't fire. Units can't fire through other units. Part of the unit can engage, but you can see, like, these guys are in range, but they're not shooting because there's troops in front of them. All right, let's take a look here real quick at the... Where's the division commander again? Foy has inflicted just shy of 1,000 casualties on the enemy, while he has only lost 600. Still has about 5,000 troops to his command. Where's Bonaparte? Jerome, where are you? Oh, that's Cavalry Division Commander. It's probably like directly below my camera. So we're getting all kind of bunched up down here. Just got to kind of wait for it. I don't even know where he is. I could go through the OOB and find him more quickly. What are you doing riding forward here? Don't be stupid. Oh, shit. No, don't. God damn it. I'm clicking buttons, issuing orders to the units directly. Don't do that. Let them fight. I just didn't want the general riding forth. Why did I do that? I just threw my whole line out of alignment. Where are you going, you idiot? Offside Games, thanks for the follow. Okay, so you guys should really face the enemy. Alright, so Foy is over here. Again, I don't know where Bonaparte is. Let's go to... Where is the OOB? Jerome! Wait, where are you? All right, so Jerome's units have inflicted 854 casualties. They've lost about 428. So this division's still in pretty good shape. Whoa, what are they all doing? Oh, more British are routing, or at least being driven back. This unit didn't rout. The second third of the foot guards didn't rout, but they are retreating. Meanwhile, the troops on the wall are also retreating. There is only one unit here. It looks like it's just Colonel MacDonald himself still in the fort, so we should be able to take the Hougoumont now after just 41 minutes of combat. That is a good result here. Do I like Age of Sail stuff? I've always loved Age of Sail naval stuff. Just there's not a lot of great games out there. Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail is, I think, probably going to be pretty good. It's still very much in development. All right, I'm going to move these troops to the left to try and roll up these British troops to the left of the Hougoumont. I'm going to take command of them, actually, and detach them from their brigades. All right, everybody, and that's going to do it for this episode of Scourge of War Waterloo. We're playing the 9-hour full Waterloo battle, and so far things are going well. We're attacking on the left flank with 2 divisions we've taken, or at least we've driven the British out of the Hougoumont. We should take it shortly. This was taken from a live stream from my Twitch channel from just yesterday. The game is available on Steam. It is like 70% off or 78% off, depending on whether you're buying the DLC or the game itself. You can also bundle it all for, I think, like 20-something bucks. So if it's an interesting game for you, there's a link in the description. Go ahead and check it out. I did play a very small role in developing the game, so just a fair disclosure or full disclosure there. I was on the development team. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll go ahead and post the next part in a couple of days. Until then, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'm out.